So I got a hold of my nurse, and then I got a hold of prosthetics. Then the prosthetics put me to the CPAP clinic call center. So I'm waiting for a CPAP clinic to call me back on about getting another SD card for my CPAP machine. That shit's never happened before and should not happen again. That's annoying, but guess what? It saves the fuck out the battery. Speaking of batteries, I'm home today. So I'm gonna call these bitches and tell them about this goddamn alarm. Uh, they're probably gonna think it's not an emergency, so they're gonna lie and say they're gonna come today and then not come today. Um, Me and China, we had a little disagreement this morning because find out that I've been asking her about her medicine. She took her medicine. I talked to the doctor, had my medicine, waiting to get my medicine filled in the mail. And this girl, medicine, last time she got it filled was in February. Here it is, May. And every time I ask her, did she take her medicine? She like, yes, I did. I be like, I ain't see you take your medicine. I sat here and took it right in front of you. I'm like, how we sitting right here in the same room and I never see you take your medicine? Never hear no pill bottle shake, none of that shit. So we had a huge little falling out. So I told her, I tell her ass on that damn bus and that train and go get them goddamn medicines filled. I told her I don't like when she be lying to me like that, man. I'm like, you be lying to me about stupid shit. That ain't the first time about her medication, though. I'm like, I take my medication. Gotta take it right now. It's 1 o'clock. Gotta take your medication. It's just a thing you gotta do. And I told her Mother's Day coming up. I don't want my Mother's Day already. I don't like holidays, and holidays usually be run. Um, One of the medicines, I'm pretty sure it's some mood stabilizer. You know what I'm saying? That she takes. And I'm like, sometimes she be moody. And I'm like, the last thing I need is somebody to be moody with me when I'm already just going to be feeling down that day. I'm going to need support, emotional support. And probably should need her own support. Me support her. I told her, I was like, don't do that to me, man. Don't do that. Because I already been talking about how I feel. I'm not ready for Mother's Day to come up and stuff. not ready. So I told her how to tell her butt on that damn bus and that train. Go get that medicine. Well, she chose to get on the bus and the train. But I didn't get that much sleep. So I don't think me driving would have been a good idea. Not that far distance. Since I didn't get that much sleep. I mean, I've done it before. But I'm getting at the point where I'm not trying to take risks. We're trying to make it a habit. So, yeah. I got woken up a couple of hours ago. That's what I mean, but I didn't get that much sleep because my nurse called me. Found out what was going on. I was like, man, my SD card out my CPAP machine gone. So she got on it right away. I was on the phone with her. She making calls on another phone. So that's the thing. I do the people be saying I be forgiving China too much or too easy. I guess that's what you do in relationships. I do be snapping on her when I feel like she on some flaky shit. Sometimes I can't tell if she on snake shit or if she just generally don't mean to do stuff. It's hard to tell. But she be insisting that she don't be meaning to do, fucked up shit, so. I don't know. I told her that her medicine is to help her fight her battles when she in her worst times and when she feeling anxious. It's to help calm her down. That's why I bought her that massager for Valentine's Day and that head massager for Valentine's Day. So when she's feeling overwhelmed, stressed out, trying to make sure she have all the tools that she need to keep her calm and relaxed. I do that out of love and care. Even when I have my kids, I used to get them little foot rubs, little back rubs, stuff like that. Little head rubs, shoulder rubs. I used to give my kids little rubs. And try to help calm them down. And the little tiny feet. They used to have them little Flintstone feet like I do. Flat all across the board at the top. The toes all flat across the board. And just like their mama. I said, dang, even the boys got my feet. That's crazy. I was tripping out how my sons had like little stomach muscles, little six pack. I thought that comes older in life. My sons had little six pack 4-pack, 6-pack, whatever they had. I guess it was because they were so active. But yeah. I'm be trying to push China and I can't even push my own self. Shit. Sometimes when you love somebody, you sacrifice yourself for them. It's like I sacrificed my reputation doing what was best for my children. I knew what I was doing. Everybody else, what they know or think doesn't matter. I knew that my mental state wasn't at its best. So I didn't get mad and do like other parents. They get stressed out and they do harmful things to their children when they overwhelmed. No, I didn't do that. I was stressed out and I was overwhelmed. I already had the state people number and I called them. So I turned over my parental rights. The hardest decision any parent have to make. The hardest decision. Talking about a sacrifice. I did it within hopes that I would still be able to send them gifts, money, and contact them. But I got flaked. State system out there in Georgia, grimy. Same as Louisiana. They grimy. If I was still in Virginia, probably would have never happened. Had I got help and assistance, or had the doctors when I had them told me that something was wrong with my boys as well, and helped me to go forward with getting treatment for my boys, I probably would have been able to manage them better. Nah, I found out everything after. All three of them got ADHD. But thanks. Now you tell me. Oh, now you told them. Crazy shit. And they told me after I gave my children up, I was on the wrong medicine and too much of it. Thanks. Now you tell me. I was also falsely diagnosed. Thanks. Now you tell me. But they was always telling me I was on too much medicine. They kept telling me that. But I found out I was on the wrong medicine and too much of it like a week later. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Fuck you, Georgia defects, for not helping me. You was in my life, was saying you were supposed to be helping me. No, y'all was just trying to. No, that's a whole nother. story, but a whole nother tangent. This video be 3 hours, 4 hours long if I tell how grimy they were and the way they was trying to set me up. You think you think I was being gang stalked. Honestly, like the way how people describe gang stalking, the way how that whole thing went down, it just triggered me. It just triggers me. Motherfuckers. To me, you don't get no Mother's Day. You see memes on Facebook like, well, if you don't have custody of your kids, this day is not for you. Well, fuck you too. I didn't get that much Mother's Day or not a damn Mother's Day present when I had my kids. I'm giving Mother's Day presents to people and Father's Day gifts to people. Coming to visit people on Mother's Day, coming to visit people on Father's Day and shit. It's just unfair. Because I know that despite me having mental illness, despite me being on medicines that was too much for me and slowing me down, like I was on a medication so strong one time I fell asleep in the caseworker's lap. But I still kept trying to push. Because I was like, over my dead body, well, I'll give you my kids to you motherfuckers. And then it just, to the point one day, and then they was calling me like, you might as well just give them up. You're not going to win. I'm like, fuck you. And I hang up the phone. You know what I'm saying? And they was telling lies on me in court. You know, lying and saying I wasn't answering the phone. Lying and saying I wouldn't open the gate. Lying and saying I was all kind of shit. I'm like, you didn't even show up that day. We wasn't even scheduled for a visit that day. What the fuck is you talking about? Like crazy shit. Yeah, this one time the lady said she wanted to go do something with her daughter. So she wanted to cancel a visit. And she like, we can always reschedule. She's like, is that okay with you? I'm like, yeah, I guess, okay. All of a sudden the caseworker called me. Didn't tell me that lady was on three-way. I'm like, what the fuck? She the one canceled the visit because she said she wanted to go do something with her daughter. And she's like, Miss So-and-so, is that true? The lady was like, no. I'm like, well, what the fuck? This lady on three-way? And then she said, no. I'm like, boy. I want to know when I was having sex, when the last time I had sex, who I had sex with, uh, control what I dress and wear, where I been at. They were worse than the police. I control my every move, control what I'm eating, control where I live at, control how many bedroom house I want to get. Telling me to get all this furniture, and I'm like, okay, I bought all this furniture, but then they calling me, telling me you might as well give it up. You're not gonna win this case. And then they telling me they got my back, they gonna help me. But I didn't realize it was me fighting against them in court. They come into my house every day like they my friend. It was just weird, twisted, crazy stuff. Like a lot of things I had to fight. I eventually won the case. Like I said, by that time, with the drama, with the setup with my brother and his girlfriend, then like first it was my husband, then my brother. So with that setup, then the case with the kids. Man, after all that shit, I was burnt out. burnt out. Like this shit lasted for years. And then I had off and on, like in between that, I dealt with homelessness. And I was right on. Who was that football player that got arrested for having them dogs fight? His Greyhound bus turned and passed right in front of the homeless shelter that I was staying in. Rick, something Vic, Michael Vick, I think his name was. He was on the not a Greyhound bus, it was a charter bus or whatever it was. Turned and passed right in front of the homeless shelter I was staying in front of. Because the homeless shelter is like a couple of blocks from the, like walking distance from the Greyhound station anyway. Um, so yeah. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna upload this video or not. If I do, China probably gonna kill me. But I am expressing my frustration about that sometimes it's like I can't just be taking my medicine by myself and then her not taking her medicine. It's like, man, we gotta be a team. Somebody might say, well, you can't make her take no medicine. Well, okay, well, she can get the fuck out. Because it's like medication. If you get to know her, you let her come stay with you then. The girl pop off. Uh, she knows she a firecracker without that medication. She knows she a firecracker. But only I know and she know and people that are around get to know her. She pop the fuck off. She little, but she pop off. Just like me. I know that I probably pop off if I didn't have my medication. But I've been taking medication for so long, I don't want to know how I might be without my medication. I don't want to know. Um, but thankfully, she's not like a schizophrenic or nothing. I used to wonder when I first met her, but I'm like, no, she's something else, some other shit. I don't know what the hell going on, but she's perfectly a sweetheart, perfectly easy to deal with. But just some people need to just accept the fact that hey, something wrong with your ass. Period. Just like me, I had to learn to accept the fact that hey, something wrong with me. And even though I'm not the cause of it, it's just either I was born that way or some trauma that happened to me. It's just some people need to learn to accept. Sometimes people do that to you. Some people inflict it on you. But you got it's like medicine, it's like your armor. I mean, your Bible is and your faith is too, but physical, you have to have your spiritual armor and then you have your physical armor, just like when you have cancer. You can't just let cancer ride and be like, I have Jesus. No, you can't let it ride like that. Or diabetes and be like, I have Jesus. Or you have Jesus with a one leg. Or one missing toes. Or be blind. I mean, come on now. We got mental illness. That's still part of the physical body. It's still part of the brain. So, I mean, we got to think logically when we're thinking about these things. And how it can affect other people. And like China do be cycling on and off her medicine. I keep telling her, man, she mess around, wind up chasing me with a knife one day. I will leave my own house. I'm out this bitch. I keep telling her that junk not good. Take it and then cycle off. That's dangerous, actually. That's dangerous. But mm, yeah.